Hello, hello, everyone. All right, welcome. MasterSpas Facebook Live. I thought I said to shut up. Now we're live. Now you're getting it live. That's how this is going to go today. I'm the coach. Today's a coaching session. We're coaching. You two knock it off. All right. So welcome, everybody. MasterSpas Facebook Live. If we could get a sound check, that'd be great. And then I'll explain where we are. It's not at home. Bruce, how are you? We got a couple people. Who is our babysitter today? So today's a fun one, a little different. Well, we're certainly in a different location. All right, we'll wait another second. 4 people. No comments yet. No babysitter saying hello. My mother's not on there. All right. Another couple of seconds, and then we'll get rolling here. So, and we've got some questions. Today's all about swimming. So, all right. I'll give another minute. Bruce, all right. Sound is okay? Bruce, I don't know where, everyone who's babysitting us, including my mother, they're not giving us sound checks. I don't know where everybody is. So I appreciate you. All right. All right, 4 people on there. Little slow start today. Going like another 30 seconds. Colorado, sound check is good. Awesome. And where in Colorado? Who's that peeking?
We realized that we hadn't done a swimming in a swim spa Facebook Live in a while.
Yep.
And Brad here, that you're going to meet in a minute, actually started to ask us about swimming in a swim spa. And he was having some trouble. So this is a perfect opportunity.
Like Bruce, awesome.
Perfect opportunity to do a live here and teach someone who wants to learn how to swim better in a swim spa.
All right. Talk for a second. I have to spit my gum. My mother will yell. I have gum on my mouth, and my mother will yell at me.
All right. So we are here in Kona at Hawaii Spas and Outdoors.
That was for you, Mom.
And we're really excited to
Castle
talk
Rock.
more about how to swim in a swim spa if you've never done it before.
Okay, so today we're going to be swimming in a Trainer 15D, which is fun because most of our videos, as you guys well know, are filmed from a Challenger. So Brad has a Trainer 15D, and we'll talk about Brad for a quick second. Brad is the owner of Hawaii Spas and Outdoor. We are in Kona, Hawaii, the Big Island. It's a really neat space. In fact, he just took this space over. It was a former CrossFit location, which is fun for us, Mary and I in particular, because we are CrossFitters. So, that being said, it's a fun story. We've been coming here since 2017 for the Ironman, and then we realized, immediately that we needed someone local to run everything and back end stuff and support everything. And that's where we met Brad, and he's been a dealer for years now. Great guy, good friend, and just a neat island. And of course, we have another dealership in Oahu as well. So we've got lots of support out here in a place that is sort of challenging to get product to. All right. So that being said, so Brad said he texted us, and he knows when he's got a swim spot question, he texts Ben and Mary, like most of the people in our circle do. And he said, hey, the goggles, what kind of goggles do you recommend? Because they're blowing off my face. And we believe, we have not seen it yet. So he's in the swim spa waiting. We have not seen him swim yet. And he was supposed to send a video, but he failed to do so. So we have not even seen a video of Brad swimming. So we're going to get to see this raw and then see if we can't help him and make some corrections and smart recommendations. And some of it may end up being that, sometimes we can fix it with some a couple of recommendations and adjustments on swim stroke and body positioning, and sometimes it requires strengthening of muscles that aren't quite developed yet. So we can actually talk about that while we're doing it, and you get to see, sort of where we're at as coaches and product, knowledge, because we have no idea what he's doing right or wrong, and it's a Trainer 15, so you're going to see how we set up a Trainer 15 for swimming. This is pretty cool. All right. Kenny said, I still suck. I use it as an after treadmill reward. All right, then you'll want to pay attention to this. Let's take a walk. But first, I want to show you a couple things. So we have, Mary, so we have Chili Goat, Cold Tub, Alpine. Okay, that is a Covana cover. That's the cover that rises. All right, we got a Twilight there. We have a Valaris in the flesh. We never get to see that. That's fun. So that's hot and cold. Cold, hot. We've got a sauna, excuse me. All right. So those of you, this is the same swim spa that my mother has. Can anyone answer that correctly and remember the model my mother owns? We've done lives from there before. And then this, of course, our sauna. Really cool. And then we've got a big Covana with a Trainer 15 in there, which is where we're heading. And we've got some friends over here. So you got David, you have Mike over there. David is relatively new to the industry. He is absolutely fantastic guy. He's doing a great job working his butt off, as most of us are. And then you have next to him the one and only Mike Wright. You afraid to come a little closer here, buddy? Look, he's like, oh God, I hate you, Ben Gilliam. So everyone, I'll take the camera off of Mike because we don't need him having a meltdown here. He's the reason that Mary and I are even in this industry was because of Mike Wright. So we always, as you guys know, have been watching this for a while. We always, show gratitude to Mike. And again, Mike, thank you for the crazy lives that we get to play in. All right, so let's go. Little steps. There he is. We just have to make sure Brad's wearing his shorts. He is. Shorts, check. Goggles? Okay, so what do we have set here on the Trainer 15? Mary, Brad, you guys want to comment on this?
So we've got the bottom two jets.
Yep.
Are on full speed right now.
Okay.
And the top two jets are on half, just about half.
Okay.
So the way that Brad did that was he used that diverter right there that he's pointing to move the top two jets.
Yep.
Towards about half towards the hot tub seat. And so he's got about half power on the top two jets, but we're going to start with full power on the
bottom.
two jets.
So total power, we're about 75%. So you think you have this set up for someone to swim in, and there's not a question I could ask that you would have overlooked, right?
Well, I think that he asked, specifically Brad asked, and I said we can talk about it on a live.
Gotcha.
He said, can you move the jets
Yep.
to adjust where the flow is going?
The angle. And did you that was the question. She read my mind. So did you take the top two and press them down?
We didn't yet.
Okay.
I wanted to be able to show it on a
Okay. So as you guys, wrong button. So we're actually gonna remind everyone that the jets on all of them, the Challengers and the Trainers, they're directionally adjustable. There's about a 1/4 inch of play up and down, and you can adjust that angle of the swim, the sort of the angle of attack like an airplane on that swim flow. I see Lauren on here, newly mommed Lauren. Wonderful to see you on here. Can you tell Andrew to stop texting me while I'm doing live? That's fun. She's laughing hysterically now. I'm going to pay for that. And what we're going to do, so what I'd like you to do, Brad, I'm going to point this back, is go to the top two jets and point them down, centered but down. Now, if you guys noticed, Brad is not a little guy. He's not a massive guy, but he's not a little guy, and that current was enough to kind of push him around. So it's always more than everyone thinks. They're pushed down. So when you push the top two down, it's going to smooth out that top a little bit. And anything you can do to keep the current smooth and perfect and centered is obviously a good thing. So bottom, I like pointed up. You already pointed them down?
I'm pointing them down.
Okay. Because then it's going to sort of go to where your body is. Now, if you think that's too much, is that the bottom? Now point the bottom down. Let's see what that looks like. See the difference? Okay, and the top two are pointed down. Okay, let's...
At first I thought you could not move them even though I knew you could.
Right.
I was like, oh, maybe this is
People forget. Everybody forgets.
very little.
It's not a lot, but it does as you can see from that current that it does work. Okay, so let's do this. Let's come on back. And now I'm looking into the camera, but I'm speaking to Brad. So what we want you to do, people always have a tendency of getting into the water and sprinting. Okay, they're sprinting and they overtake that water. That's not what they're for. We have Michael Phelps, level XP Pro, crazy fast swim spas if that's what you're looking to do. But the trainers and even the challengers are not necessarily meant for full pressure sprint work if you're a nasty, aggressive swimmer. Okay, so what we want you to do is relax, and we want you to swim for 5 minutes. So we always get people, I swam super easy, it's not hard enough. And they did it for 8 seconds. Try it for 5 minutes, and then we'll see what you look like. And I don't care if you're in a trainer or a challenger, 5 minutes in there, it's harder to swim in a swim spa than it is to swim in a pool, okay? And the reason is as that water is slowing down by the time it gets to your feet, you're actually not getting some of the lift that you get otherwise, okay? All right, so let's switch this. Brad, mount up the goggles, sir. Are you nervous?
I just want to be able to do it.
Yeah, no, this is just fun stuff. Everyone on here is freaking awesome. These are people who know us so well and are awesome, or people who are learning also. All right. So you look amazing. You look amazing. So what I want you to do, I don't want to change anything. I want you to just swim exactly how you were, and let's see what it looks like.
I may end up in a ball over here.
I don't care. Okay, Mary, can you see? Okay. Yep, I want you to keep going. I want you to add a little bit of breathing and go for like maybe 30, 40 seconds if you can. Yep.
He needs more power than he thinks.
Okay.
Full of water, I lose track of where I am.
Are your goggles full of water?
A little bit, not quite as bad.
So was the water coming in because of the jets, or is it just a bad fit?
I'm not sure yet, but before they instantly filled up, that was way better. That just got a little bit, and I ended up on the side. So
Okay.
I sort of just
So
fell.
with those goggles, when you put them on, really squish them into your face. See how that has that suction there? Squish them into your face. You may be better off with a small set of goggles in a swim spa, and everybody's face is different.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to change a couple of things. So what I want you to do is we're not going to worry about breathing yet, all right? And I want your fingertips about 2 feet off of that front wall, okay? I don't want you to breathe. I want you to look straight down. I want you to pretend you have a tennis ball stuck under your chin. So when I say that, you guys, what I mean is like this. That's proper head position while swimming. Right there, okay? So straight neck. That's where you should be swimming. So what happens is, if you raise your chin, your feet will sink. So you guys saw Brad's feet were about maybe a foot or a little bit more below the top of the water. We need his heels to break, okay? So, yeah, we'll pop that back on. And if we need a little bit more power, we can, okay? And if we need to push those jets up, then we can do that too. We're gonna adjust all that stuff right now. So remember, chin position, head position, number one problem with swim stroke by far. Rotation should come from hips in breathing, not neck. Okay, so if you're just doing this to breathe, you're gonna eventually annoy your neck badly. So you don't want to do that. So Brad, what I want you to do is you're gonna look straight down. You're gonna focus on this chin. Okay. Now I'm gonna put it back on you, and then you're gonna take. I want 5 strokes. I want you to take a big breath, look straight down. Find the mark on the bottom, and then go from there. So there's no mark on the bottom. Aha! So you have soft tread in here that's removed or not fully put in?
Not installed.
Okay, so you installed it on the steps, but not over there, so you have no mark.
Right.
That is your problem right there, dude. You have no point of
Actually,
reference.
That is interesting because we had someone who
Yeah.
a question came in
And I was wondering the same thing.
about
Okay,
she actually has the marks, but she has trouble seeing when it's darker or cloudy out.
Right.
And so we were
Interesting.
talking about.
I didn't even notice that. Okay, so let's forge ahead anyway. So what I want you to do is take a big breath. I want about 5 perfect strokes staring down at the center of the bottom of the tub. Now there is a T down there, an indent in the acrylic. You can feel it with your foot right where you're standing, I would think.
It might be up a little bit more,
Yep.
little bit more towards
So you focus on that T or any part of that T, that line, and then go from there. 5 perfect strokes, head position, and try to break the top of the water with your heels, but you're only gently kicking. But that chin will help you bring your feet up. 5 strokes. He can't see a thing.
Yeah.
You can't see a thing. You can't see a thing, can you?
No, I couldn't. And I think it needs to be turned up just a little.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say I think it
So
does too.
crank it up, point those jets up. But if you can't see the bottom, you have no point of reference. So he's wandering around
those
looking for the
top-
center.
The top 2 aren't.
Other way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see okay.
There you go.
Well, when you turn it up, you may not be able to.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, any impression with the goggles?
Yep.
Do you have any others in here?
David has a pair.
I'll
Hey, David, you got a set of goggles? All right, show us again, and then we're going to try something different. So what's happening
Already
is,
better.
but there he is.
Just full of water.
Okay, so let's get some new goggles for you. So what's happening is when you go up, there's no water moving. You're on top of the current. So when he swims up there with his chest close, the water is underneath you and you're not going to get any propulsion. You have to get back. Okay?
So you're saying I need to be deeper or further back?
You need to be further back to the rear.
You'll feel the current stronger
Yep. Back further.
back.
He can't see anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
There he goes. Nope, he's out. Did the goggles work better?
Better, yeah.
Okay,
I
well-
felt like I was starting to get it a little bit.
So
Yeah.
this is what I want you to do now. We're going to try this. Mary, hold the camera
Yep.
on him so I can show him.
Okay.
It actually took me a minute to be able to like focus on the bottom. And
So what I want you to do next, if I can do this without falling. There we go. So what I want you to do is you're going to swim, you're going to keep your hands, you can either touch them or keep them straight. You're not taking a stroke. You're only kicking with your feet. Okay, so look straight down in the center and only
I might need to move.
you might. So try to keep your feet close together. Chin is down. We're not worried about the stroke. See if you can hang on to the center. I'm afraid that you just can't see, and this isn't going to work. That's what I'm thinking. Just and the kick is from your heels, not your knees. Okay, so that's too powerful. You can't kick hard enough to keep up with it. So turn it down, back down a little bit. Okay. Try that again. Okay, so you're bending your knees, straight leg. Turn it down even more. When you're just kicking, it's hard. This is too fast. Try again. What are you feeling?
I feel like if there was some marks on the bottom, I would be able to do better.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like start to look up and drift. I'm worried like kick the seat really hard.
So you're still bending your knees? Straighten those out, turn it down even more.
I'm getting the workout I wanted.
Just kick again. can't see anything.
No, I can feel it now that it's turned down. I can see better. I think it's really good.
Okay, so now, you're trying to keep that sweet spot, so you're doing this with your arm, right? So what that is, all your stabilizing muscles are freaking out because it's harder to swim in a swim spa than it is in a pool. Okay? Hey, David, do we have a pull buoy? Yeah, let's grab them. So we should have probably had to get some swims with us. We didn't bring any with us. So what you do, next thing you do is you put a full buoy between.
You might need to go a little bit louder.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll come back over.
Okay. Ben's going to talk about some of the swim toys that are beneficial when you're first learning how to swim in a swim spa.
Turn the camera around so you can pop those on. It's going to be
I'll
fun.
put them over my. Put them over my.
Hold on. Here you go.
Okay, so.
While Brad's doing that, you want to really quickly answer these
Yeah,
questions?
absolutely.
Okay.
We're going to add some flotation to Brad.
So one of the things, that was a question actually from Kay in Pennsylvania, and she asked if there was something that she could put on the bottom to make that T more visible. And we've been thinking about this since we
Right.
got the question this morning.
There is, when you don't get soft tread, there's a sticker that goes on there.
Which I'm not sure if she has the soft tread
Right.
or she said the T.
So the T is actually embedded in the acrylic, and then there's a sticker on there when you don't get the soft tread. When you take the soft tread up, or if the soft tread was installed only on the stairs and not on the bottom, you can't see. It's white. It is like a giant sheet of white. I personally think that it's unswimmable without a center mark.
Yeah.
So I think Brad is a very uphill battle here. Totally curious, what's your water temperature? This water temperature is 90
Yeah.
degrees. Yep.
And we actually recommended that. Brad asked us what he should put it at. And because he's learning and stopping a lot and we're talking a lot during his workout,
Yep.
it gets uncomfortable if you're not
Yep.
continually working out.
So-
He says normally if he were doing a workout, he would probably keep it lower. But that's also just more of a personal preference.
Yep, for sure. And the number one reason people don't enjoy swimming or learning how to swim is temperature. So that one you can just, with the swim spa, you can take that right off the plate.
But hey, you could definitely try some kind of waterproof marking.
Right.
I mean, maybe there's something like at a
So I guess I would wonder.
right.
Yeah,
tape,
I
like
would
we
wonder
were saying.
if she has something on there or doesn't have something on there now. So I guess I'd like to know that.
Right.
Okay.
And then the next question, really quickly, and this is something that we have been addressing with Brad too. Despite having expensive goggles, a center snorkel, an excellent bathing cap, I continue to get water in my goggles and snorkel from the current. Then I have to stop and clear it. This does not happen if I swim with the bungee downstream, but I want to be able to swim in the current.
Right.
So, Sarah, that was Sarah in New York. So, number one, it could be the goggles. Like Brad just experienced, he tried.
Oh, yeah.
They were not cheap goggles. They were on the
And-
expensive end.
And sometimes
And they
they
just
work, sometimes they
didn't
don't.
fit right on his face with the current.
Well,
and so,
I mean, when you were racing Ironman, how
Right.
many pairs of goggles
Oh,
did you
gosh.
try until you found the right pair for your face?
I feel like I'm dealing now with grips for the same thing, with CrossFit grips.
It is the exact same thing.
Anyway.
I think we're going on our fourth pair. Okay.
So anyway, also that hint that Ben gave Brad about that ball, the
Right.
tennis ball underneath your chin, because if you lift your chin even the slightest bit, water's going to get in
Yep.
your snorkel, and it's also going to push your
gonna
goggles
push the
up.
goggles off.
So really
if
keep
your head
that
is
head
if your
down.
head is low, your head is almost blocking the water from hitting your goggles.
And you should never, like that center snorkel, if you have the correct one that goes right up, not the one
Yep.
that turns here, the
Yeah,
one that
turn
goes
your- turn
right
your head
up.
sideways. So if you look, they have one that comes up and it goes along the back of the head, or they have one that comes straight up. You want the straight up
The
model.
straight up one,
Okay.
so you have a little bit more leeway, but you want to really focus on keeping that chin down.
Right
Okay.
on. Okay, Brad, you want to try again? So I just want to do the kicks. I want you to not pretend you're in splints and you can't bend your knees.
Finding that T is key.
I knew you weren't finding it because you can't see the damn thing with no sticker on it.
Maybe some, I'm gonna get a waterproof marker, just a mark would help.
Yep, for sure.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Is there such a thing as a waterproof marker?
Yeah.
You don't have to drain it?
No,
Do you have that?
I don't have one here, but I'll
Okay.
have one by the end of the day.
We need to see our viewers need to know.
All right, so just kick.
Just kick. All right, so now what I want you to do, I want you to just kick, and I want you to use your arms lightly. And I want your chin down, just use your arms lightly. We need to get you in that center position if it's possible without the sticker. Go ahead. A little bit better. Knee position is straight, that's better. Oh, Mayor, this is the best one you did. Okay.
That felt pretty good, actually.
I was going to say, you missed it. I said this is the best one he's ever done.
Yeah, I could see the T better, I think.
You need to focus on that T and use your legs primarily. I want you, so that was perfect. You're using your arms to keep yourself centered right now. Yeah. We're worried about body position, head position, and straight knees, which you did.
Actually, I tired of swimming that time. I just jammed up against the side.
Right, and focus. Use your arms to keep yourself in that sweet spot. Those are all your stabilizing muscles that need to be strengthened. Okay, so take another second and then do that again.
And the temp is perfect. I was sitting in here waiting.
I know.
I was getting a tea to chilly. Now that I'm going.
Right, and people are always like 90 so warm. It's colder than your body temperature. Eventually, you will get cold. All right, show us again. Beat that. Don't breathe in the water.
Not good.
Not as good.
I really need that marker. I'm feeling it.
You got to have the marker. You got to have the marker. Take a rest.
I wish I had something to put there, like a suction cup.
I was
Oh, a suction
thinking,
cup.
What
What
do-
do you put a black suction cup or something?
Do you have anything that could go?
Fishing weight. Anything.
David, something out of the box, out of the ordinary.
I'd be really happy.
So you guys are getting to experience, like this is the way this stuff goes. I mean, right now we're on an island in the middle of the Pacific. We don't have a waterproof underwater marker, which I didn't even know existed until 30 seconds ago. There's no center line in there, and this sheds a lot of light on why he's having some trouble. So without that center mark in a swim spa, uphill battle, guys. Got to have a good mark. The soft tread has marks built in, and then underneath, rubber dumbbell. You have a rubber dumbbell?
Yeah.
Kenny, that's a good idea.
I have a dumbbell. Yeah.
What's this?
Sandbag.
Sandbag?
See if it sinks.
You have a rubberized dumbbell.
It is red.
Oh, yeah. That's one right down. Get on, thank you. Oh, I dropped it.
Hey. He can't get down to the bottom with the floaty pants on.
It's not staying.
Yeah, I think it's too light. You have a rubber dumbbell here?
Yeah.
Rubber dumbbell.
I don't think David knows what it is.
Where is it?
Hey, David. If you walk up the stairs in my office, you just go straight against the far wall. There's like a little workbench. On the bottom shelf of that workbench, there's a gray rubber dumbbell.
How much does it weigh?
15 pounds.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Kenny, I think that may be the winning suggestion here.
What does he win?
I don't know, but something. Actually, Kenny often has good suggestions. So I love it. This is great. A free trip to Hawaii. All right.
So I can't drop this like this.
Yeah, don't drop that one.
I knew I was holding on to these weights for a reason.
All right, get down there. That one went down faster.
Well, you stuck a floating pants on.
Yep. You know what? He's doing the best he did. I'm leaving them right where they are. Fascinating how that worked. All right, so we didn't even turn the jets back on, and you already look completely different.
I could have kept going. I was like, I don't know how to breathe so well, but I could have kept going. Yeah.
So let's take a breath. Let's pop the jets back on. I'll let you do that.
No,
1 hour, Kenny wants 1 hour Mary Ben consultation. Done. Bruce suggested we make him head babysitter. You know, when it comes to my behavior, historically, you can't have enough babysitters. You know, that's true. Okay? All right. You feeling ready, kid?
Ready.
Show us the best one you've done yet. Fascinating, huh?
Oh, I had to breathe.
Okay. Lauren asked if that was Spike Phelps in there, Michael's brother.
I mean,
Good one.
I get the.
Okay, so this is amazing, and so I didn't know that he didn't have a mark on the bottom, and I just happened to notice while I was looking for it, and it's not there, but I see soft tread on the steps. So it's a unique situation. How this happened, I don't know. Brad probably knows, but if you can't see the center, there is no swimming in a swim spot. Super challenging. And also in a trainer, you have air being injected in there, so it's even more critical that water chemistry be good. The other thing I wanted to mention on that question before was, I'm sorry, what was the name of she was having trouble seeing through the water?
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah. I had Ann in my mind for some reason. So Sarah, if your water starts to get old and it's like sort of looking milky when you turn the jets on, it could be time for a water change. So the other thing is that it's really critical in a trainer to have that water chemistry absolutely perfect for good clarity while swimming, whereas a challenger, there's no air in there, so it makes it a lot easier for you, okay? So Bruce said, huge improvement, can't wait to try these suggestions. So the big thing right now, I want to give Brad a good rest, so I'll run my mouth for a while. Head position, number 1. Heels breaking the water, number 2. Because if you have those two conditions, typically your midline, you do want a tight core, but we're not going to worry about that right now, and we're not going to worry about breathing. We need to get his position down. This is why so Brad's got the floaty shorts on, which help. It's the same thing as putting a pull buoy, that's P-U-L-L, pull buoy, not pool buoy, in between your legs. It's going to raise your hips up. And then also a center snorkel that comes straight up that way, then you don't have to worry about breathing, because typically when someone is learning how to do this stuff, as soon as they take a breath, they're using too much neck and not enough hip, and they get it screwed up, and then next thing you know, they're in the wall. So
Honestly, I think the pull buoy is my favorite thing.
absolutely, I think the center snorkel for me is my favorite.
Well, I mean,
It's just awesome, because then you can focus on your stroke, and that's the next thing. So I don't want to worry about breathing just yet, one thing at a time. This is like, I hit the button wrong. So the same sort of thing. I don't want to worry. If someone needs to go on a diet, they need to quit smoking, and they need to start exercising. If they do all 3 of those in one day, they're a disaster. Let's take one at a time. Let's be smart. So first thing is position. So that is chin. I can't stress it enough. Chin, chin, chin. Oh boy, we got special guests everywhere. So and then heels breaking the water, and you want your hips nice and flat, straight through the body, and we're going to do it again. So we've got some special guests here, okay? We've got Manfred and Rose. They're our German dealer. Total coincidence, they're in town. Everybody wave! Everybody wave, you're on the live. It's good to see you guys. Welcome. All right. Okay. So, Kenny said, I first practiced with a full face snorkel mask, even though you need to watch CO2 buildup. Ken, I will give my opinion on those full face masks. Typically, they promote the wrong head position because of the snorkel is the angle is incorrect. I've seen one full face mask that had a correct 90-degree angle with the horns going directly behind your head, and that was from our Long Island dealer. Dylan showed me that picture, and that was the only one I ever saw that was correct, whereas that Finniss center snorkel is 100% perfect. You just want to make sure it's not the one that hugs your head. It goes straight up out of the water. So I think you'll have better luck with that than you will with the full face, and there's no concern with the CO2 buildup. I mean, I've swam hours and hours in that thing. All right, so try that, Kenny, for sure. All right, you ready? You feeling ready, kid?
Ready.
Give us the best one you've ever done. Ever. Okay, he popped up for a breath. It was like a triathlon ocean open water sighting breath, Mary. Yeah, did you see that? He came straight up like that, like a turtle. All right, that breath you took was amazing. That was like an open water Ironman, sighting and breath.
Really?
Yeah, combo. That's a whole different skill that people have to learn. And you just did it. So take a rest. Take a rest. We're gonna do that again. 100% difference. 100% difference. So the biggest thing right now is body position and having that target. Kenny, dude, the weight on the bottom saved the day. Kenny saved the day. The live would have been a complete failure if it wasn't for you. You're the best. He said he's past the center snorkel level now. Good, awesome. So it's not surprising from what I know about you just from our interaction here that you're going to stick with it until you get it. So good for you, Ken. I love to hear that. Take a nice rest. We're going to do that again. I want you to go, take about 5 strokes and then take a breath. I want you to rotate, okay? So we're going to try to rotate this way. Try to keep your head as straight as you can. It's okay if you reach a little bit. It's going to get ugly in the beginning. That's fine. The center snorkel is going to fix your stroke. And then when your stroke is perfect, then we're going to take that off. Then we're going to go pull buoy, no center snorkel. Then you're going to learn how to breathe. This goes in like that. And when you do that, you'll be swimming properly. And then when you go into a pool or the ocean or anything, you're an amazing swimmer. It's so much better. Your body position is perfect, and you actually feel like, swim coaches always say it should feel like you're swimming downhill. It never feels like that to me unless I go through a training regimen and build up all these skills. And that's how this works. Okay, really awesome. So, got to get a mark on the bottom of that tub. Biggest takeaway is you need a mark on the bottom of that tub because it's just going to make the whole thing possible. It's just not possible without that. Okay, your position could be great. If you can't see the bottom, it doesn't much matter. Okay, we got a few more minutes. Let me scroll for questions while Brad continues to rest. Yeah.
Maybe something like that weight.
Yeah.
Rubber dumbbell.
Yeah, there's a. So you guys hear Mary? If you need an extra mark on the bottom, that was like a rubber coated 15-pound gray, and I'm sure a red dumbbell would be even better. But worked. What a game changer. So between.
Go with a light color though. Wouldn't do yellow or light blue.
Whatever.
Dark.
Yeah.
Red or
Black.
pink or something.
All right, you feeling ready, Holmes? Okay.
5 through 3.
Give us your best. Maximum effort. See that? He adjusted his position. He let the water push him back. Oh, yeah. It's a totally different person in there. I know. He's got Dave's magic pants on too. That was a lot of water. Dude. Come smile for us. You don't have to say a word. Just smile. Game changing.
I could really feel the water just
Absolutely.
flowing over, before everything was
Absolutely.
there. If I had to snorkel, I could just keep out.
You'd be perfect. Absolutely. Well, rest up. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one more. That was great. So if you guys saw, and now I'm talking to you, Brad, but I want you guys to know this as well. In the beginning, the road is always bumpy until it's smooth. We smooth the road out, okay, by practicing. So if you guys saw that, if you look closely in there, Brad took a breath pretty early on. So I want him to be able to swim longer to hone the skills. But if you don't breathe, obviously you're not going to be able to go for so long. So what you guys saw Brad do, and I'm sort of interested to see his take on it when I say this, he took a breath early on so he'd have some good oxygen in his body to continue, but also he took the breath and then went back down in the water, repositioned himself perfectly based on that dumbbell marking on the bottom, and then started his stroke again. It is perfectly okay. If you start swimming and you're stroking, you're going, you're swimming, and then you need to reposition yourself in the proper place in the swim spot, you don't have to be moving your arms. You can float there for a second and then start your arms once you're repositioned. There's no rule here, okay? So don't think you need to, if I stop moving my arms, I'm not swimming, I failed. That's not what's happening here. And Brad just did it because Brad's a smart guy. He took a breath and then fixed his position and then started swimming in. He did that 2 or 3 times and it was perfect. And that was by far the best swim he ever had in here. Agree?
Yeah.
Fantastic. When you're ready, we're going to do one more. Then we're going to click off here. All right, let me put it back off my ugly face. The goggles are less important now, aren't they?
Yeah. Should I try reading both sides?
Nope. Don't even worry about it. Oh my God, Mary, it doesn't even look like the same person. Okay, took his breath, repositioned, getting back in there. Now he's moving his arms again. Take a breath. Jeez, what a difference. David, he either needs a pull buoy or a set of those magic pants. Now he's getting tired. Tired Brad. He's still going. Dude.
I got it. I just need those snorkel. I can just keep going.
Yep.
It's tiring, but.
I feel like we needed a disclaimer that we did not
Yeah.
tell him at the beginning to swim terribly.
The truth is, they started talking about it, and I shushed them because I didn't want them to even know, where we were going to go, which is always head position. Head position. Sit back down.
This was completely organic.
Sit back down.
I think that's
Dave.
to
Say
me
hi,
was
everybody.
like the most
All
important
right.
thing.
Dave's good man. Okay, so I wouldn't let them talk because I really wanted to see it. And I'll tell you, to be honest with you, Kenny, dude, save the day because we would not have been here if it wasn't for that weight in the bottom of the tub. I love it. That was great. 43, we're done, guys. I couldn't be happier with how this went, right?
Yeah.
Are you psyched, Mary?
Yeah.
That was freaking
Well,
awesome.
and it was really just when we came here knowing that Brad really wanted to improve his swimming
Yep.
here, and in literally 35 minutes, we went from nothing,
0 to hero.
Exactly. And
That
it
was great.
The best was just him coming up with
That
that
smile,
big smile. Yeah.
It reminds me of Ben Hoffman with the
Right,
smile. Yeah,
right.
The first time we met Ben Hoffman, he came up with that first smile.
So if anyone is watching this later rather than live and you have any questions about the process that Brad went through or any of the coaching that Ben gave during the live, just shoot them on here and we will get back to them later.
So Bruce said, having the full mat on our 19D, just pick the specific place to focus on, 100%.
Yes, yeah.
And every time you come back from a breath, you're pointing your nose and staring at that spot and recentering, and then resume stroke again.
If you do have the soft tread mat, there should be like
There's
these
lines, yeah.
lines, and the center one is the longest.
Yep.
And then you kind of want to really focus on those 3 center lines.
Yep.
So the longest one and the 2 next to it will give you a good spot.
Also, Bruce, don't forget that your jets have a little bit of play and they can be adjusted up, down, left, right. So you have that ability too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's double check for questions.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so excited. What type of swim pants are those? What are those?
They're Xterra. Xterra sells them.
Okay. So fun story about Xterra. Can we say that? The CEO reached out because he wants a cold tub. That was literally yesterday.
Yeah.
And we know that company well. And he's like, I run Xterra. We know your company, dude. We came from the Ironman space, so just that's a really fun coincidence.
So they're buoyancy pants, buoyancy shorts.
Yeah, exactly. They're race legal.
Ken,
But they
Yeah.
all right,
Okay.
we're never getting off here. Kenny's
That's
got a
right.
question. If you had to guess, how many calories did he burn? In that 30 minutes, I would guess he burned at roughly, how much do you weigh? 165, probably, because his heart rate wasn't, crazy high, and there was some rest in there. But in 30 minutes, maybe average 10 calories a minute. At his weight, could be 8.
I wish.
You weigh
I know.
98 pounds. Shush it. Okay? Right now, it's not about you, Mary.
I know.
All right, so maximum 10 calories a minute, so 300 in there for 30 minutes. I'll bet you I'm within 50 calories of that. All right, Ken? So if you do the treadmill and do other things, you sort of monitor your heart rate and what your heart rate is for any given time
Right.
and your caloric burn, and it's pretty similar in there. But it's all based on heart rate. All right. I do not have the mat either, but use the indent at the bottom to use. I swim regularly and always have clear goggles. Susan, if you can see that
Right,
with
yeah.
no... So if you don't have the mat, there should be a sticker on the bottom. If you don't have that sticker, it's just pure white, and, God bless you. If you can see that, I can't see that. All right. Appreciate both of you. Your live feeds are always helpful. Bruce,
Awesome.
our pleasure. Today was particularly
Really fun,
awesome watching, Brad go from a complete mess to, he's really got his teeth sunk into this.
Now he's excited 'cause he's still
now
in
he's
there.
doing it himself without the camera on. So now he knows what to practice. Now it's just practice. Repeat, repeat, repeat. We're psyched. This was awesome. All right, we went super long.
Yep, but we will see everybody in 2 weeks. It brings us to December already, December 4th. So everybody, we
I do love
have a
some
wonderful
Christmas.
Thanksgiving, and we will see everybody right after.
Awesome, guys. Take care. Thank
Have
you.
a good one.